Okay, what I have here today is the Muncie 4-speed that came out of the 63 split window coupe. Now I can tell you from looking at it, it's probably not the original transmission. One thing that gives it away is on the input shaft spline, there's one groove. And that means it's an M21. So I checked some of the casing numbers, the main body casing numbers, and this looks like it's out of late 60s, early 70s vehicle. So what I'm going to try to do for the first time ever for me is take this side cover off, inspect some of the gears as best I can. I might even pull it apart. Let's do that. Okay folks, as we look inside here at this Muncie, one of the first things I noticed just watching a few videos is that this is third and fourth gear slider. But if you look at the third gear engagement teeth, I guess that's what you call them, they are in really bad shape. Some of them are gone. Fourth gear isn't quite as bad. I'm assuming this is second gear. They're not terrible. Fourth gear, about the same. So looks like this transmission, the gear teeth themselves look to be in pretty good shape, but it looks like the engagement teeth are not in good shape. I don't know. If I'm gonna rebuild this or just sell it as is, you guys let me know if anybody wants this, wants to rebuild it themselves. It's a M21. I may attempt to put new gears in it, but we'll see. What I'm gonna attempt to do today is disassemble this Muncie M21 transmission. Never done it before. Did take the inspection cover off, or I should say the side plate off to inspect the gears. But let's keep moving here. Yeah, let's get it apart. See if we can do this. First thing they tell you to do is this tapered pin here. I believe the pin goes in this way, so I need to knock it out this way. Well, I couldn't get that pin out. I heated it up. I didn't want to mess it up. I've seen them take these rear housings off without removing that pin, so I'm going to try that. Got some oil coming out. Should have expected that. Sometimes we say our wives don't help out in the shop, but they do indirectly. My wife bought a new set of mixing bowls and she gave me her old ones. So I'm going to dump the rest of this gear oil in this nice white bowl, along with some bearings. One of the bearing races. Some bearings down in here, but I'll get those out. Use a brass punch here. I think this is the way this shaft comes out. Not moving. Not sure how that comes in and comes out, but it's not in coming out. Let's take the front cover off. Gee, Merry Christmas. That off. Got the front snap ring off. Yeah, looks like this counter shaft just, it's like they got it sealed in there, so I'm gonna have to give it a little bit of force. Got a brass drift punch, a little bit bigger ball peen. Yeah, it's coming now. There we go. That's out of there. So we'll remove that. I think a little bit more. I made a mess here. I should drain my grease before I start taking apart, but I didn't. So that counter shaft is tight. There it comes. There it comes. Counter shaft. Input shaft. Counter shaft should pop out of there now. There it is. Got a shin and some bearings falling out of there. All kinds of bearings. Oh yeah. Needle bearings for the count for the. Oh yeah. All kinds of stuff. I got a bunch of bigger needle bearings in there. I'm gonna use my magnet to get those out. Wasn't too difficult. I had a couple little things that were stuck, the counter shaft. But other than that, it blew apart pretty good. The gears don't look, or I should say the mesh gears, which would be, I believe this would be second gear, is pretty rough. So I know that gear needs replaced. These aren't bad. So what I really need to find out is a little bit more about the process. I know the proper way would replace all the gears, but these gears are in great shape except for this second gear mesh tooth. This one here, first gear, is pretty worn. So yeah, we're gonna see. I'm gonna educate myself a little bit more on these, but I just wanted to show you guys that even a guy that never took one apart can take it apart. You have to have a little bit of mechanical inclination, but other than that, it goes apart pretty good. Getting it back together, I think it will take time, but I just have to bone up and study how to do that and what's the proper way to rebuild it. But I love that. I love, even at my age, I love learning. I'm gonna keep taking this Muncie 4-speed apart. I don't think it's the original transmission, but it is basically a 68, 69 Muncie 4-speed. Synchros look pretty good on 4th gear. Show you. This thing's not bad at all. The gear looks worn evenly in the middle. These synchro teeth are nice. So not bad. These aren't bad at all. Again, this is my first attempt at taking one apart, so bear with me. I did manage to get this snap ring off, but what I found out was somebody had put, if you look at snap rings, if you guys can see that the point, there's an angle to that point. That point should be sticking outward so that, let me show you in this other one. If you can see that real close, you see that there's an angle there and there. That should be outward, and the reason that should be outward is because you have a set of pliers like this that has a little indent right there, and that's designed to catch those points. The problem with this one that I had to grind off with a little die grinder, as you can see I used a little ball die grinder and then just snapped it off, it was turned in, so there was no way I could get a hold of it. I tried and tried, so yeah. So let's finish taking these gears off. Okay, I kind of propped it up on 2 blocks of wood. I'll just keep gently tapping. Each side, each corner I should say. It's coming. Nice tap. There it goes. Okay. Not sure how you get that snap ring out of there. It's kind of interesting. I guess you just fish it out like that. And there's the center plate. Again, I have no idea how this comes apart. I'm guessing gears just slide off the back. Yes, man. Keep these together where they were at. You have to press these off. So I am going to take this over to my small little hydraulic press and press this off. You press it this way. Everything goes out the back. Because you can see right here, there's a flange machined in, so it can't go that way, of course. So yeah, let's get this set up and press this off. Well, it looks like doing half of them is working. I just gonna have to block it up more when I get down to that. That's working. That's coming. I just gotta put more blocks here to get my height because my gear now is hitting the base. And makes a little noise. Sounds like a tube. Okay, looks like we got half of them off. Yes, sir. There's half of them. So splitting it for this small press, taking half the gears off gave the press enough power to take it off, so that worked good. Okay, folks. You know, first time taking a Muncie transmission apart. If you've been watching the video here, you'll know that I took off half the gears, and that was a simple, uneducated guess, because that's the way that half gears come off. They come off this way. I was trying to take all the gears off this way, but that's wrong, because these gears here come off this way. So that's why when I put it in the press, I didn't really bear down on the press and give it everything it had, because it shouldn't be that hard to move. So, like I said, I got lucky and put the bearing separator here, and those pressed right off. Now these press off this way. So you learn something. You know, a lot of people ask me, how do you know how to do that? Well, I don't always know how to do it, but I'll figure it out. Last little cluster off here. I believe that's fourth gear. Oh yeah, it's coming off easy. Real easy. Piece of cake. I'll hold the shaft so it doesn't fall on the floor or damage. There we go, nice and easy. Only thing, these synchros actually look pretty good. There's hardly any damage here on the gear synchros at all, very little. We look at this one. If you look real close, you can see there's damage on these gears here. Not the main gear, but these gears. So the question I have is, can I replace this whole gear, and will it still mesh with the old gears? Because everything else looks good here. I might get a simple rebuild kit with bearings and stuff and gaskets and new synchros and stuff, but yeah, for the most part, this is in good shape.
Hey guys, thanks for watching all the way through the video. The video on screen is one that YouTube thinks you're going to like, so check it out. Just give it a watch. Okay, see you later.